Spoiler warning for anybody who hasn't seen Pacific Rim Uprising. So in today's matchup, we have Otachi from the first Pacific Rim, Category 4, against Raijin from Pacific Rim Uprising, who's a Category 5. So obviously you would think it wouldn't be a fair fight because it's Category 4 against a Category 5, except Otachi must have been the last, which he was, the last Category 4 that came out of the breach, so I'm guessing he was really a Category 4.9, because he was almost a Category 5, and because of all his abilities, because of what he was actually able to do. He took down 2 Jaegers by himself. He had a little help from Leatherback, but with all his abilities and how powerful he was, that's why I feel like this fight against Raijin is possible, and Otachi could definitely put up a fight. So Otachi basically is a Category 4, came out of the breach, was able to take down Crimson Typhoon, and with help of Leatherback, he took down Cherno Alpha, and he was also able to put up a fight with Striker Eureka. But his abilities range from his acid that he can spit and melted right through Cherno Alpha's actual armor. He has his tail that became a major weapon in Pacific Rim. And probably the biggest one of them all is the ability to fly. He can actually fly, which is a very big advantage. Not only to get him out of a situation, but to surprise attack, that could definitely be useful. But as far as the advantages for Raijin, he's actually twice the actual weight of Otachi, almost just about twice the weight. And his abilities, he can absorb energy off his shell, which he can close to protect his actual real face. And he can redistribute it like he did multiple times in Pacific Rim Uprising. And when the Mega Kaiju was formed, that part of him was definitely used. It blew back all 4 Jaegers at the same time, sent them all flying. And basically the shell is impenetrable because we haven't seen anything that can penetrate it. Because even at the end of the movie, when Gypsy Avenger decides to fly up in the air and try to ram him in the head, that was the part of his head that he hit. He didn't actually penetrate the shell as far as I know. Maybe I'll have to go back and look at it again. But the shell is basically impenetrable, so that's why that'd be a major tool in this battle. And the absolute knockout punch for this fight would definitely be the acid that the Otachi is able to shoot out. If that hits his actual face, then he is done. If the shell will definitely be able to block it, I feel like, but if that shell doesn't block the acid and actually gets to his face, then that is going to be a major problem, and Otachi will definitely win this fight. As far as speed and agility goes, I think they're about the same. Even though Raijin's actually twice the actual weight, I think he's actually faster. From the movie, he was pretty fast. I know Otachi can fly and is really agile like that, but I'd have to give speed and agility also to Raijin, and that would just give him another advantage in this fight. Now, as much as I know that Otachi is a very overpowered kaiju and has a lot of abilities, I think the way this fight would end, I'd have to take Raijin because of multiple reasons. Because I said how the acid could kill Raijin if it hits his face, but there's no way Raijin would let that happen. His shell, he is really trained with keeping that shell to block his face whenever anything is trying to hit him. He will block the acid. If Otachi tries to get his tail to get him in the face, his only weak spot, then the shell will block it then, and he will dish out a bite, and the bite force will definitely be able to kill Otachi. And as agile as Otachi is, the fact that he can fly is really going to be meaningless in this fight because you can't sneak up on him from behind. His only weak spot is his face. So I have to give this win to Raijin, not just because he's a Category 5, but just because of the multiple reasons I stated. He's just with only one really weak spot I know of. In the way he can protect himself with his shell, there's just no way he'll lose this fight. But make sure you let me know down below what you think. Do you think this fight was unfair because Raijin was a Category 5, or do you think Otachi would actually win this fight? I thought it was a fair fight because of how deadly Otachi is, and how I really think he was basically a Category 5, but make sure you let me know down below, and thanks for watching.